Hey guys, I'm Yiqi, one of the creators of the channel and also a dental student. Today I want to talk about revision tips that you can apply immediately to your revision to make it more efficient and effective. When we are starting to study, the first thing that almost all of us do is to plan out a revision timetable. The problem is we can never seem to follow this revision timetable. A typical timetable looks like this. We take out the calendar and we write down the dates first, and then we choose that on this particular day I will study this topic. On that particular day, I will study that topic. The problem with this sort of timetable is that we are predicting the future. We are essentially saying that on this particular day, we predict that our future self will have enough motivation to study this topic and this amount of topics. In fact, the timetable that you should be using needs to be the exact opposite of what you are doing now.
Hold up!
Needs to be
The exact opposite.
Let me give you an example. Instead of writing the dates first, we need to write all the topics that we need to study. After listing down those topics, on any particular day, we choose the topic to study on that day itself. This alleviates the problem of having to predict the future, but instead we focus on the present and the now. The benefit of using this system is that we are able to see if we've missed any topics, and another bonus is that we are able to plan our second and third revision using spaced repetition. If we see that, oh, I haven't touched this topic for quite some time, let's do this today. Additionally, I like to color code my sessions. I color code it red if I feel like I'm not confident in it. And if on that day, I'm starting to get the general idea of what's going on, then I color code it yellow. And if I'm fairly confident on the topic already, then I color code it green. Using these color codes, I can plan my next study sessions more efficiently and effectively. If I see that the topic is in green, then I can space the next study session even further. If I see that the topic is yellow, then I'll try to schedule a study session in a few days. If I see a topic that's still in red, I know that I have to do another study session the next day or the day after. Secondly, let's talk about past years. Generally, the closer you are to your exams, the more past years you should do. Past years are king. This is the most important resource that you should have to prepare for your exams. And I dare say that the more past years that you do, the better you will do in your actual exams. The reason being, past years allow us to study more actively than passively rereading our notes. And additionally, it helps us take advantage of a concept called interleaving. Think of it this way. In a basketball game, you have individual skills such as dribbling, shooting, passing, and layups, etc. But in an actual basketball game, all of those skills are mixed up together. The mark of a good basketball player is being able to switch between all these individual skills seamlessly. The same thing happens in our studies. We study individual topics by itself, but in exams, all of those topics are mixed together, and we need to be able to transition from one mode of thinking to another mode of thinking, or from chapter to chapter. And by doing past years, we are able to simulate the real exam environment and the real exam format, and helps us to practice interleaving. Thirdly, procrastination. Procrastination is essentially a battle between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. What your unconscious mind is telling you to do is to choose the actions that will immediately fix our mood, such as watching Netflix, playing video games, or even searching on YouTube for videos such as these. Whereas our conscious brain tells us that we really need to study, even though it's difficult and hard and cognitively taxing. We still need to study, otherwise we will regret in the future. The way I deal with procrastination is more of a mindset fix. I break down the things that I need to do into microscopic tasks that I know I can handle, such as, if I need to study but I'm lazy, then I ask myself, can I put down my phone? Can I walk to my study table? Can I open the book? Can I read a sentence? If I can read a sentence, I can read a paragraph. If I can read a paragraph, then I definitely can read the entire chapter. Fourthly, know when to quit. Personally, I can only focus for around 20 minutes at a time, and after that, my attention just goes everywhere. Knowing my own personal limits, I do 20 minutes of intense studying and then 10 minutes of break afterwards. I might take a nap or take a walk. If I try to push myself beyond the 20 minutes, the efficiency of my studying session decreases by a lot. My eyes would just glance over the words and nothing actually enters into my brain. So I might as well use that time to take a break, refresh my mind, and then come back again later. The fifth thing I want to talk about is general health. And when talking about general health, we cannot skip the 3 pillars of health: sleep, diet, and exercise. In order to keep a refreshed mind, we need to get around 7 to 9 hours of sleep. First of all, a sleep-deprived person can't focus their attention optimally. And no-brainer, it means that we cannot study efficiently if we can't focus. Secondly, sleeping actually helps us in the consolidation of our memory. If you've seen the movie Inside Out, that's exactly what they want to portray. When the main character sleeps, all the memory balls are like falling into place, and you can see the 5 emotion characters sorting out the memories for her. That's exactly what happens. This means that staying up to cram, or even not sleeping the night before your exams to cram everything into your brain, actually is a garbage strategy. And we'll talk more about that in the exam strategy videos coming up. Secondly, diet. Eat healthy as usual. There's really no need to buy tonic drinks, essences, or vitamins or supplements unless you're in the minority of the population that really has a nutritional deficiency, or if you just want expensive urine. Either way, just do whatever makes you happy. There's no scientific basis in taking multivitamins or supplements, but there's this thing called the placebo effect. And if you feel good taking something and it makes you happy, might as well just take it. If you're willing to spend the money. If you think taking vitamins or fish oils make you more motivated to study, then sure, go ahead, why not? Thirdly, exercise. Get that heart rate up at least 3 times a week for 20-minute sessions each. That's all. Lastly, in this modern era, a special mention goes to screen time. We generally advise people to follow the 20-20-20 rule, which is for every 20 minutes of screen time, we should look at an object that is at least 20 meters away for at least 20 seconds. That way, our eyes don't get fatigued from looking at a near object for too long. So that wraps up our 5 practical revision tips that you can apply immediately to make your study more effective and efficient. If you want more revision tips, you can check out the link below. We've uploaded a course on Skillshare, and as you may know, in medical and dental school, there is a huge amount of information that we have to study and we have to cram into our heads. We'll be talking about the 3 least effective study techniques that unfortunately the majority of students use, and I'll be sharing with you my personal 4-step revision process that is backed by evidence and the current research around studying. You'll never know what is the most efficient study technique, but I think my system comes quite close. And if you want to learn about my system, you can check out the link below.